huge. It is huge in there. I was not expecting it. It's like an amusement park.
I didn't even know where to start. I'm like, should I look at clothes? And then I smell the food, and they even have stuff for your pets.
As I walked in, I was thinking, okay, let's see what the big deal is. They have a lot of good food, snacks. The place is really clean.
It was quite the experience. Bathrooms were as described, top notch. It's like a Walmart of gas stations. I think that's even an understatement.
Got fried apple pie. I got the honey green tea. And then I got these Christmas Bucky's pants. I got Pringles. Texas tea, I've never heard of that before. A big wad of cheese. And apples and peanut butter.
A ballerina in a bucket.
I got a cell phone charging cord on my business trip.
Got some beef jerky in there. My brother recommended that to me.
Well, first I got their reusable cooler, their chopped brisket sandwich, some tater tots, and then their 3-meat sandwich too.
Well, if you haven't been to Bucky's, everybody should go to Bucky's.
Now that this store is officially open, we're told it will never close. It's a 24/7 operation.
We consider this a destination experience.
Bucky's is not the only thing coming to the community.
We now know that Bucky's has received final approval, taking Bucky's national.
People lined up, they've been camping out overnight.
It's a gas station after all.
But this was their family farm.
A 74,000 square foot Bucky's is going to be placed right here.
They pride themselves on being a small western town.
They're a town. They're a small town where it's all locally owned businesses. Most everybody's here has been here 20 years up to 60, 70 years. They grew up here. They were here when there were like 20 houses, and now, you know, they're trying to put more and more houses. And
If you've ever been to a Bucky's, it just doesn't represent, I think, the character of the Tri-Lakes community, and that's 30,000 people strong. Although many of these folks that show up tonight don't have a vote, they're here to express their concern for this entire community and what Bucky's can bring.
The town is really divided, neighbor against neighbor. Not a great, warm, fuzzy feeling.
Point of information, is there such thing as an annexation until a vote has been taken, be it by a board or by the electors, or is it always a proposed annexation until that vote is taken?
But everybody who's in this room knows what that ballot initiative was about. It was to stand against Bucky's.
Look me in the eye and tell me that. Excuse me, what you are saying to me is that you were relying on this application by the applicants to go to an election and to continue this hearing. And that's why we don't have the resolution?
No, that's why I have the resolution with me. If you decide to go forward, I'll provide it to you.
I don't want to be here all night.
So when they say the Pledge of Allegiance, like, I pledge allegiance to the flag, justice for all, I don't think they mean it.
The voice should not only belong to the billionaires, like Buc-ee's, the $5 billion family corporation. It should belong to the people who have lived here all their lives, who want to keep County Line Road easy access.
The town doesn't have the kind of money it takes to establish water for a business like that.
The town made it patently obvious when they voted in the ballot initiative. They don't want Buc-ee's. The Planning Commission said we don't want Buc-ee's. And even the governor and the senators, for whatever reason, said not there, somewhere else.
I mean, now we've got the governor and 2 senators on our side saying you should pick a different place. I mean, what more do you need to have somebody say, no, this is not the right spot?
Dear Mr. Applin, we respectfully ask that you reconsider the proposed Buc-ee's Travel Center near the Greenland open space landscape in Colorado. The proposed site is within one of the most consequential conservation corridors in the United States, a landscape that Coloradians from across the political spectrum have worked to conserve at substantial public and private expense. This week, Palmer Lake's residents overwhelmingly voted to recall 2 trustees and assert the public's roles of annexation and decisions. To be clear, we are not asking Buc-ee's to bypass Colorado. We welcome your investment and are simply asking you to choose a site outside of the Greenland open space landscape. We appreciate your consideration of this request and are available to your convenience if you wish to discuss further. Respectfully, Michael F. Bennett, United States Senator, John Hickenlooper, United States Senator, and Jared Polis, Governor of Colorado.
Sure. I'm Stephanie Calvert. I'm the owner of Calvert's Mini Market.
I'm Sarah, and this is the Lake and Lantern Cafe.
Hi, my name is Jamie Wilkie. I'm an artist, a fine artist. I live in Palmer Lake.
From what we've seen from small towns and small businesses that have Buc-ee's added, businesses that have been around for 20 to 50 years end up getting shut down, and they don't end up staying in small towns. Because as soon as you let in one commercial business, why would you say no to the next?
It's really crazy. I don't understand why it's so serious. I can imagine it. I think it would be any store. I think if they tried to put a Walmart there, they would throw a fit. And I think they think it's gonna take their small town and exploit it, make it into Colorado Springs, which is just not realistic. It's way too small. Right, and a lot of people think that's going to take away business. I've talked to our owner, and that's not even something she's worried about. Because people still come through the small town for the charm, right? I mean, you're going to go to Buc-ee's if you want to go to Buc-ee's regardless.
I don't know a lot of people who are for the Buc-ee's, but I don't really see a reason to be afraid of it. I don't live that close to it, probably 2 miles away. So maybe if I lived within a mile of it, I might have a different opinion. You can't really walk to all these places. I still drive down the hill because I'm a quarter mile away because I don't want to walk in the dirty ditches. So sidewalks and proper drainage would be nice. Maybe just tasteful lampposts, maybe some flower pots or something to entice people to come and walk the streets and shop a couple of stores and restaurants for food and stuff like that.
I think it's become this big political debate and everybody's slamming each other and being rude to each other and calling names. And I think you can want what you want and believe what you can believe. You believe whatever about the Buc-ee's. Regardless, I think we need to continue to be nicer to each other, and that's not happening. It's just getting worse. And the longer it drags on, the more the town divides. It's kind of like seeing a friend group dissipate.
That's no reason why. It's gotten pretty inclusive. People calling names.
The Board of Trustees for Palmer Lake is expected to set a date for an election tonight. Voters will be asked if they want to recall trustees Kevin Dreher.
I was on the board for approximately 2.5 years until the Buc-ee's issue came to town.
And I was elected as one of the replacements in the event that those folks were recalled, and they were. Well, I've only been a trustee for, I think this is week 3. It has been tumultuous already.
Honestly, social media drove most of that. That sort of fueled the fire.
The reasoning behind the recalls of Kevin Dreher was based on a violation of First Amendment rights. In June of 2025, the former mayor, Glenn Havner, resigned. And the reason she resigned was because a massive dump of signal texts made it to the internet, which exposed that she had colluded with the Buc-ee's folks.
We've heard some remarks that there have been certain stipends or payments going from Buc-ee's to any of the board members.
I find it comical. I also find it offensive, for someone to make that kind of accusation. If you're going to say that, you better be able to prove it.
People were not being heard. People were vociferously expressing their discontent with the direction that the Board of Trustees and the mayor was taking at that time.
I wouldn't recommend public service. I have a new respect for it. It is an astonishing amount of work.
The reason I put my name in the hat was really out of a strong sense of civic duty.
We decided to move to this area because we wanted to have domesticated wildlife like alpacas and chickens and dogs and cats. And we have a commercial garden that you saw when you came in. And in a regular neighborhood, you can't do that. People moved over here to be in nature and get away from traffic and get away from congestion and that kind of stuff. And then to just spoil that, I hope it doesn't happen. Right now, that's a major concern, is that the amount of people, and with people comes pollution, and with people comes crime. With people comes accidents. The more you increase the population, the resources are going to be stretched, and that's just common sense. They call it the Tri-Lakes area, and it is Tri-Lakes, but Woodmore and Monument are not allowed to vote in Palmer Lake elections. If it does go in, we're going to be moving, because I'm not going to subject my wife, my children, and my animals to that much traffic and that much, I guess on my part, fear. I moved here to get away from that. And if that's going to come and infringe on my life, then I'll go someplace else. And we'll just keep moving until we find the perfect place where we're not going to be inundated with businesses right in our face.
Yeah, maybe down something like this isn't so great to have in your backyard, I bet.
It's a circus of a gas station, and it serves a population that loves it. And I think that should be encouraged, just not in my backyard.